MadTale Idle RPG's global release is finally here. There's lots of new players with questions, and a common request is for a tier list. Of course, with the meta so new and under development, I'm not claiming to be the ranking expert here, but I did have my fair share of gameplay in the beta. So here's the first iteration of my MadTale tier list. Water Spirit lets the player choose between support and attacker depending on what stats she's built with. She can always find use on a team. A tier. Treasure River God marks an enemy for death, then swings down with an ultimate that deletes an enemy with the strongest single target hit in the game. S tier. Star Witch innately gives the team 125% total defense just with her faction bonus alone. Her polymorphs and health switch trap make her a force to be reckoned with. S tier. Sea Witch also provides the witch's defense buff. Her AoE silence bleed combo can turn the tides of battle instantly. S tier. Prince Glass fills a teammate's energy bar using his own and holds enemies down with stuns even after death. A tier. Prince Charming supplies multi-target damage and healing. He gives the team a solid heal upon death. A tier. Princess Ambition is the main supplier of the burn debuff. She stacks layers of burn to melt enemies over time. B tier. Independent Tin Soldier is best described as a tanky attacker. He heals when crit and inflicts a damage over time debuff after dying. D tier. Scissor Girl excels in single target bleed, then unleashes an AoE bleed when she dies. Her ultimate does immense single target damage. A tier. Cinderella has built-in counterattack and an AoE bleed that can waste entire teams. Her kit supplies a lot of crit rates, so you can build her with extra crit damage. S tier. Frog Prince is a powerful tank that ignores damage, absorbs damage for an ally, and self-heals whenever that partner casts an ultimate. S tier. Wild Swan Princess supplies debuff cleanses for the team, buff stripping for the enemy, and a ton of healing. S tier. The dwarves have a powerful ultimate that splits its damage amongst the targets. Enemies hit have a chance of obtaining one of 3 debuffs. A tier. Thumbelina reduces enemy speed, which can be game-changing in PvP. She nukes the enemy team on death, making her a hazard for attack-heavy teams. A tier. Mermaid Princess can AoE stun enemies once she hits half health, but her built-in heal keeps her above the threshold. Shrink is also very underwhelming. C tier. Rapunzel plants seeds that grow into flowers that entangle enemies, so it's like a stun with additional stuns that come later. Good for stun locking enemies. A tier. Great Prophet supports your carry by taking damage for them. He also buffs their parry, making them tankier. B tier. Joy Devil can nearly double the damage output of your team with his crit rate and attack buffs. A tier. Puss in Boots has a staggering 460,000 base attack and follow-up skills, giving him extreme single target damage. S tier. Snake Dancer charms enemies, making them deal less damage with both auto attacks and skills. She can periodically follow up on charms with a stun. B tier. Flying Trunk Traveler punishes enemies for having a full energy bar, but his effects can be bypassed depending on turn order, and his ultimate can negate his own passive. C tier. The following partners in the list are Rarity S instead of S+. This doesn't mean that they're not viable, just that their stats are generally lower than an S+, which could affect some ratings moving forward. Prince Pleasure is the very rare supplier of a defense break. Upon being attacked, he lowers the enemy's defense, and he can decrease their skill damage. A tier. Snow White deals decent damage for a regular S rank. Plus, when she hits half health, she gives the team an AoE attack buff and the enemy an AoE defense break. A tier. Mirror Queen's low attack prevents her from keeping up with other damage dealers, even if the RNG in her kit plays out perfectly. D tier. Red Hood is a parry tank with a multi-hit ultimate. Not a bad starting unit. B tier. Harsh Lady is like a better version of Mirror Queen. She still hits multiple targets, but with a chance to crowd control them. B tier. Hook Gun Hunter has extremely low base attack and heals based on his attack. This results in low self-healing and mediocre damage. C tier. Flower King is the king of healing with AoE heals of every kind. Once you get his paragenetic weapon, he even heals on death. S tier. Frog Traveler requires a lot of attack, crit damage, and health in order to make him work. He's more of a late game hero. D tier. Venomous Fairy does massive poison damage after getting her paragenetic weapon maxed. Until then, she's a mediocre attacker with low self-heals. C tier. Miser stuns enemies just by being attacked. Combined with an ultimate that has AoE stun, he's effective at stun locking enemies. A tier. Mole Gentleman is a super tank that heals himself when hit and lowers enemies' attack when they hit him. A tier. Treasure Hunter can whittle away foes' energy. Follow-up attacks are very good, but he only procs them on a killing blow. C tier. And that covers all the partners I wanted to go over for this version of the tier list. I left out the low rarity partners because while yes, it's true some can be usable, they simply don't have enough base stats to properly rank. Hopefully this version of the tier list will suffice for now until we unravel the meta for MadTale. Thanks so much for watching. If you left a like on this video, please feel free to join my Discord, but other than that y'all, that's gonna do it for me today and I'll see y'all later, bye.